I called my uncle a sexual deviant at a family gathering for touching my little cousin inappropriately. So my mom's side of the family had this big barbecue last weekend at my aunt's house. I usually try to avoid these things because most of my mom's relatives are stuck up and judgmental, but my parents made me go since I'm visiting from college. There's this one uncle, my mom's brother Mike, who's always given me weird vibes. When my sister was around 10 or 11, he used to do this creepy stuff like commenting on how she was developing and making her sit on his lap during family movies. Everyone just brushed it off as Uncle Mike being affectionate. I'm sitting on the back porch with my dad and some cousins when I see Mike talking to my little cousin Emma. She's only 10 and super shy around adults. He's got his hand on her shoulder, then starts playing with her hair, twirling it around his fingers while she's just standing there looking uncomfortable. That already had my attention, but then I see him pat her on the butt when she turns to walk away. Like a full palm pat, not some accidental brush. I'm watching closer now, and he calls her back over to him. Emma walks back and he starts adjusting the bottom of her little sundress, claiming it was twisted, but his hands were lingering way too long. Then he pats his thigh and tells her to come sit with Uncle Mike for a minute. I'm already getting up to walk over there when I hear him tell her, "You're so mature for your age, Emma. Much more grown up than other girls your age." The way he said it made my skin crawl. It was that gross, suggestive tone that no adult should ever use with a child. I walked straight up to them and just stood there staring at him. Mike looks up at me and goes, "What's up, buddy?" Like nothing weird was happening. I told him to back off and leave Emma alone. He stands up and gets this attitude like, "What's your problem, man?" That's when I lost it and started yelling that he needed to keep his hands off little girls and stop being such a creep. Emma ran back to her parents, and Mike started screaming at me about disrespecting my elders and causing drama. The whole backyard went silent, and everyone's staring at us. I yelled back that he was a sexual deviant who shouldn't be allowed around kids, and that everyone knew what he was doing but was too scared to call him out. Mike actually tried to lunge at me, but my dad grabbed him while my mom dragged me toward the house. She was mortified and kept hissing at me to shut up and stop embarrassing the family. We left immediately, and the car ride home was brutal. My mom was screaming about how I'd humiliated her in front of her whole family and that Uncle Mike was just being friendly. My dad agreed that I'd gone too far and caused unnecessary drama, but my sister told me I did the right thing. She said she wished someone had stood up for her when Mike used to do weird stuff to her years ago. The next day, my phone blew up with texts from relatives calling me an asshole and saying I owed Mike an apology. But here's the interesting part. Emma's parents, Mike's own brother and sister-in-law, weren't mad at me at all. My sister texted Emma's mom to check on things, and apparently they thanked me for speaking up. They'd noticed Mike's behavior too, but didn't know how to handle it without causing family drama. Mike hasn't been invited to any family events since then.